Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching the world. Shaun, driver of the Red Horde. Wrexham fans watching because we've already taken 3 points in our game against Sheffield Wednesday, climbed up into 6th place, and now we get to take a look at the teams around us. And this one, we've gone with the Ipswich Town because we're going to have them twice next month, FA Cup, and an important game in the league, both at home, trying to climb the ladder. What's your take on this one, Brennan? I assume that even though PNE is not that far off down in 10th, that we'd happily let them come up to sit at 46 points behind us at 7th if that means we hold Ipswich Town back. So are you with me that this is we're PNE supporters on this one, or are you still hoping for a 1-1 draw?
Yeah, I guess it's hard to think that Coventry, Middlesbrough, and Ipswich are not going to be essentially the top 3. Even if one of them goes on a bad run, you'd expect them top 3 or 4, by the end of the season. So truthfully, probably the prudent thing is to root for Ipswich to knock Preston further down, because they are within 4 points of us, right? Like, do we really think we're going to beat Ipswich in the league, not in a game? I don't know. But
let me put it to you this way: they lose this one, they're 3 points out. We've got a match with them coming up. We're even with them. You know what I mean? If it's just 2 games to make the hop, and so for me, I guess it depends on where you sit. I mean, next weekend we've got Millwall, and then FA Cup, and then our next league game after that. There's a real possibility that we could jump both Millwall and Ipswich, and all of a sudden you're sitting in 4th, tied for 3rd sort of situation. Well, for me, that sounds pretty sexy.
Okay, you are the same guy that was just in there crapping on how bad we looked against Sheffield Wednesday, right? Like you are that guy.
We were bad. We were bad.
So
we got the points. That's all that matters.
If you're that guy, how's that guy thinking that we can hold off the likes of a Millwall and an Ipswich by the end of the season, if you presume we don't know if we're getting anybody on the team, right? Like, no changes to the team. The way that Ipswich and Millwall have been playing, is Wrexham a better team? Is it? It's possible we go ahead of them, but do we think we've got it all figured out compared to them?
I think that it's an any given Saturday sort of thing, and you can end up taking your points. And so we did take our points. It was not a brilliant performance, but it doesn't matter. We got our points, and yeah, I still think we can get there. So Ruth agrees with me. We were bad against Sheffield Wednesday. Middlesbrough, Norwich. Do you think Norwich has enough runway, Kim, to be able to get into the mix? I mean, they're a 6th place playoff spot. I still don't know if they've got enough runway, unless they go near a Doncaster Rovers type run where they win absolutely everything. But I guess it's not impossible that Ali Ahmed kid. And I think I would have looked like a homer if I would have been like, let's go watch him in that one. It is an important match, that's for sure. But for me, this is where the straw stirs the drink, because I do hope Norwich City actually wins that game against Middlesbrough, keeps them at 55, and I think that there's a chance and there's a potential. And when there is that chance and potential, you want the optimal outcome to put you into that situation. And I would love to bring a battered Ipswich squad to us for the FA Cup match. So you win the next 2 league matches, you add 6 points, and you hold Millwall to a max of 3 and Ipswich to a max of 3. You're up 53. And the best you can do, you'll be ahead. Even with a Millwall win, you've jumped them, and with an Ipswich loss, you've jumped them. Go for it. Because then now we're in the running, hoping that Middlesbrough and Coventry's looked human in the last little bit. So that's where I'm at. I don't know. The polls there. I guess the good news is irrespective of the result, one of these two teams is dropping points, and either PNE eliminates itself further from the equation, or both they didn't get optimal points, and each of them dropped 2 points, or you've got an opportunity to chase Ipswich. It's kind of like a win-win-win for us, having already performed, right? The other one I'm looking forward to on this one, PNE's got this Daniel Jefferson guy. He is not a Canadian national team member that I think has the goods. But I continue to hope that I'm wrong. We saw him in Wrexham. He scored in Wrexham for Sheffield United last season in the FA Cup, or 2 seasons ago in the FA Cup. Young guy, and I say that, I think he's getting to 23-ish now, isn't he? 22. Young guy who still has promise and optimism, but he didn't connect in the Prem. I think the championship's still beyond his level. Just hasn't seemed to be able to find it. So we'll go through the roster a little bit as we go through it and just kind of get to know the players again. As we've seen PNE enough already. Ipswich we're going to get to, and these are going to be household names 3 weeks out of 4 watching Ipswich. Thanks for joining to those that are here. Oh, I knew what I forgot to do. There was something that I forgot to do, and now I recall what it was. So I'll just attend to that while we're getting ready to get underway. I'm watching on Ipswich Town TV. Brendan's got the feed with Paramount down in the US.
Yep. Preston has not been in good form, lost their last 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean.
And I've thought that they were overrated even when they were at the top of the table. But to be fair, we thought that of Wickham last year. I think of that of Hull City this year. And Millwall is always into it because of their defensive stuff. But I don't know. And I'm almost tempted to turn the monetization on this one and let the ads run. I never do that until after the match when people go and watch, but I'm tempted to do it today. Let me know in the chat if you guys be offended by.
How much do you make if 20 people are watching? How much does that?
Yeah, it's only 20. Yeah, it's not much, but I'd be curious to track it. I've never turned it on to be able to really track it.
I'm happy we got 12 on a non-Wrexham game.
Ruth, Kim, the rest of you that are with us, welcome. PNE going to go from right to left. Ipswich, Shaun from left to right as they're looking to get underway in Ipswich. Underway. Cornell underway, gets it down. Kipre forwards it, cleared, and it's going to be a touch for Waltman. We're underway. Thank you for YouTube notifications. I should have done that as well. Put it on for people who join. I guess it says live now. I think if I go to the Red Horde, but normally I have it. Yeah, it's live now. Underway, 30 or 40 seconds coming up right now if you're following along. I'll get settled in here momentarily. I had to move a bunch of stuff around. Here we go. Ipswich throw 30 yards out.
Jason finally woke up. He thinks this is the Wrexham game.
No, he was there for the first one because he posted he was a lot more spry than I was in the morning. I was still groggy, and he was like, I think he threw out an LFG, to be completely frank, and I was like, what? Somebody's got enough excitement to get out, even in typing. LFG wasn't happening for me. Thrown PNE deep in their own half, cleared out by Furlong there, put forward. and chip down. Jebison to get an opportunity to chase on, take it on Keeper, not going, and the keeper grabs it way outside of their box. Excuse me. Davis for Ipswich, down the line, cleared away. And Keeper is a big body and he's quick. O'Shea. 2,520 minutes. He's their leading minute guys defender. Wearing number 26. Dara O'Shea, the Irishman, with it. Furlong, number 19. 1,947 minutes. Another regular on the back line. O'Shea, Matasiwa advances it forward. Turned over. And it's Whiteman. McCann gets it back. Whiteman again can't get to it. Stabbed, and it's just going to be collected easily there by Furlong and advanced forward. Mametti. Is that the is Mametti the other Bristol City man, I believe? Is that the Mametti?
Not sure.
I'm pretty sure he is. Anis. Yeah, born in England. He plays for Albania. So that's him transferring and basically no lead up time. 28 games with Bristol City, 8 goals, 1 in the FA Cup. Getting an opportunity right off the hop here. We would never see that with Parkey. Matasiwa dispossessed. It's advanced forward. And Jebison, one on everybody, and he gets wiped out. That's got to be a free kick. Swiped out his ankles. They say that was magnificent, but didn't I see that correct? That was a sweep to get the ball, and he cleared out his ankles. Mm. Is that what you saw?
Yeah.
Not what the Ipswich announcers saw, as they're talking, they're extolling on Matasiwa's glorious capacities.
Shocker.
Oh, interesting. Somebody's on 9 yellow cards. So there's a potential suspension option here. Who would that be? Well, I have Matasiwa on 8 cards. So yellow card accumulation. And I have to look up exactly what that is. Thrown in by Pieni over on the right-hand side, just into their side of the half, and it's deflected off of a body, loose ball, cleared by the defender. So it's 10 yellows to be able to get. So with today and next week, if that's going to happen for the purposes of the league match, you're looking for Matasiwa to pick up a yellow today. Well, he can do 2 yellows today if he wanted to, but that'd be a suspension in any event. Flop there, doesn't get the call.
Yeah, do they make those consecutive, or would they happen at the same time?
So if they got a red and yellow card,
you got the 10, and you're red carded, essentially. So you got that.
Yeah, they're not served concurrent. They would be consecutive, I believe. I'd have to go back to the rules that it's the red card suspension first and yellow card next, but it doesn't really effectively matter. But they run them in accordance. So I mean, 2 yellows would, depending on would just be the one for obtaining the red in the same game.
Oh, and really? If you get back-to-back yellows, it only counts as 1 red. Okay.
I'm pretty sure back-to-back yellows is just 1.
Well, that's the way to do it then. Why don't you just go yellow-red then?
Because then you pick out the extra game? Well, yeah, sure. I'll do that. Yeah, automatic 1 match. It's not like if you do something that involves taking away a goal, I think is 2, and if it's violence and aggressive, it's 3. So there's different red card automatic suspensions that occur. But yeah, it's just the one for the 2 yellows, and then they would get the accumulation ban as well that would follow. So that'd be 2 matches, 2 league matches. But so we're cheering for Matasiwa. Anybody else potential on suspension watch? Not really. No. Furlong is next. He's got 6. Furlong with the ball. Long kick down the right-hand side. Azon with it. Kick back. Easily collected. Cornell, not much in it so far. 7 minutes. Another physical one. A throw from the keeper. That's something we don't see a lot of. And dispossessed immediately. That's got to be a card. No? Like that, like when you put your arms around the top of a shoulder of a player, that's beyond just the bump and grind and committing a foul. Like there's an intention behind it. When you have the intention behind it, because he just dispossessed and then reaches around and yanks a player to the ground. Small.
See the Swoosh Kid comment? Wrexham first one to win 4 road games in the EFL.
4 in a row. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. Mehmeti. Interesting. Like he's taken the set pieces. How long has he been with the club? When did he sign? Because I thought that was recent. Well, the 23rd. So he's had a week.
I'm surprised at. I mean, I obviously would be considered overcritical at times, but I'm surprised at how much certain players struggle with set pieces and swinging the ball in. I mean, they kick the ball all day long. You'd think they could put it relatively wherever they want when they get to set it up. You know?
Yeah. Well, especially because, I mean, you compare it to other sports. I mean, you take football as an example. Quarterbacks pinpoint accuracy with that football, with things going on a dime, because they do it all the time. Very different. You take a lineman and put him in that same position, and you're going to get a different result because they don't do that action all of the time. But all these guys do.
You're the guy that takes
that's the ball opportunity there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're the guys, if you're one of the people who take set pieces, you're sitting there drilling it all the time. So yeah,
but then we see the people who regularly take set pieces. You know, only half of them are decent, good to decent, right? Like, and the rest of them are like, that was shit. That was too low. That floated way too far. You know, like I don't know. It just thought they'd be better.
RKO can't even load the PNE game on Paramount either. Don't know.
Not working fine for me. Go out, go back in, close the whole app. Goal
kick, Cornell. It's been all Ipswich as far as possession, but really nothing swimming close into the box. No threat to Cornell as of yet. But this one just a wasted forward pass.
What's the
too heavy?
Yeah, more than half the people who are watching are saying go for draw today. I like that. That's where I did.
I think I would feel different if I thought that long-term PNE was actually a threat, and I don't. And so I can
imagine that's valid. Like your expectation is they're going to drop off and not be
correct
there. So you want to take as many away from
back the team. Yeah, take as many points from the team that I view as the bigger threat.
You feel as a threat, right? So that I get that. I mean, you already talked me into, from PNE.
Look at me, Captain Optimism over here.
To win, to draw. So. I don't know if you do this at all, Shaun. I do when I'm looking at teams. I like them winning just before they come to play us, so that they're not pressing so hard to get a win. I don't know why. I just I have that mindset. Like if a good team lost one or two, then they're likely to play good against you. Like they're going to get yelled at and pump it up. So
I'll take that on. I mean, the only exception is somebody coming in after having 2 or 3, well, not necessarily 2, but 3, 4 losses in a row and some bad performances, because now they're fragile. And if you're able to get one,
I hear that, but yeah. Right now,
other than that, yeah, certainly with you.
Ipswich has won 4 or 5, then they lost 1. Like I'd like them to they'd either have to lose and then face us, or win and then face us.
Yeah. Bouncing around towards the Ipswich goal for the first time ever, and it's just all scrambly play. Nothing really magical in the touches that are happening from PNE, but the ball kept moving forward until it landed to the keeper and gets cleared away. Opportunity again, PNE, right-hand side. Is that Small all the way over on the right-hand side? It is so. No, it wasn't. It was Ofai all the way over there. Is he playing on the right side today? Yeah, because Small's over on this side. That's why I was confused. Have you spoken about the first 4 games have all been away wins? That's unusual. Yeah, and we were the first team in the EFL this season to get 4 away wins. It was just identified. Who threw that one out there? Was it RKO?
Yeah.
Yeah. O'Shea. Matasiwa draws it back. O'Shea. Back to Matasiwa. Mameti now. Former Bristol City man again, dancing around, looking for options. Matasiwa swings it over left-hand side on a switch. Kipre. Lots of blue kits, man. Their center backs come all the way up 30 yards out. There's like 10, 11 play. Well, I guess not 11. 9, 10 players all within the 35 yards of the PNE goal there.
By the way, there's 3 teams that have really good goal differences: Coventry, Middlesbrough, and Ipswich. 29, plus 29, plus 21, plus 17. After that, it's plus 7. Wrexham, Derby, and Hull City. So
everybody in the mix, yeah. RKO, are you a Detroit fan? Because I'm a Canucks fan, obviously, but if I do follow Detroit because 2 players. One of them, Emmett Finney, played for the Kamloops Blazers, which is where I used to live, and so I used to watch him all the time. And also Nate Danielson, his mom and dad, I went to high school with. He was born and raised in Red Deer. They were out in Saskatchewan, but family friends with his mom's side. And in fact, I made a comment because there was a rumor he might be traded to the Canucks, and I posted on my Facebook, and she gave me a comment about not needing to add stress to her life. And I was like, "What do you mean? It's closer to where you guys are if he's in Vancouver, and a much nicer city to go to in Vancouver than Detroit." Middlesbrough up on Norwich. Don't want that. Norwich, I'm hoping they can go in their continued run. As that one's put forward, no, Cornell had to climb the ladder on that one. I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a cross or whether he was actually trying to flick that over top.
Yeah, not happy. Well, I guess Middlesbrough and Norwich is fine. Again,
no, I do you think Norwich has enough runway to make it back into things? And I looked at it. They gained 2 points with their run of wins that they've had for their last 5 games. So if you think that's what they've got, and in 5 games they gained 2 points, they've got 15 games left. I think they're almost out of runway
behind us at the moment, right?
Yeah. So for me, I'll take a Norwich City win. Hold Middlesbrough back if we get that opportunity.
Yeah,
I'll take any deal for Pedersen that gets a draft pick, a first-round pick, and us eating salary if we have to get to it. I take it. we're going to end up with, we've got what, 3 draft picks in what is essentially the first round, because our second rounder, our first pick in the second round is effectively a first round pick because Ottawa lost theirs. Here I am talking hockey, but yeah, I'm all for it. Well, Peony has the ball. Broadcasters, but Ipswich is still on the bench, so I can't see anything. Crossed over into the box, cleared away by Ipswich. Settled down there. Thompson can't get it. Challenged by Mehmeti. It's out.
You should have, even though I know you said you don't want to talk about American football and all, but you have a lot of people that live near you just over the border in the U.S. that are probably Seattle fans. And
a lot of Vancouverites. It's with there being no NFL team.
Yeah,
the center of the country, they end up being Minnesota Vikings fan. I grew up watching the Vikings, but out here it's Seattle Seahawk fans.
Yeah, and they're playing my Patriots. So.
Yeah, nobody cares.
They will if it comes down to a last-minute play and Seattle decides to throw it and not run it again, and they lose.
Yeah, never happened. That's going to be a run. Mehmeti gets it spun out wide. Clark. It's interesting. Their right side looks scarier to me. I mean, I haven't really seen what Burns does, but with Matasiwa, Mehmeti working on that right-hand side, it's impressive. Clark. Cut back pass doesn't go there. It's bouncing, still loose. Headed on there, Ofaya. He clears but doesn't get it out, and it's 18-yard edge of the area. Ipswich pressing. Matasiwa dances around, stabs it over left-hand side, opportunity right foot, and what the Very rarely do I watch a football match and think, I could have done better than that. But that attempt by Clark is about as horrible as it gets.
Nice. Millwall taking down 1.
We'll take it. Whole City, if I recall correctly, they've got an easy one today, no? Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah. It all depends on what Blackburn team you got, but typically, yes.
Does it really? Jebison had it, gets it left, small, cross, it's there. Oh, man, you had time and space. Jebison races that one with the right foot, the man in front. You got to be able to read the room, dude. You've got a guy right in front of you who's twisted and running to get into position. All you had to do is delay that or go to the left, and you've opened yourself up to a lane. It's just I'm just not a fan, and I will back Canadian players, and I get all excited about a whole bunch of them, but just not this kid. Like, did he have not more time? He had all the time. There it is. He just immediately tried to advance one touch over to the right rather than drawing that to the left. And so that was O'Shea, experienced defender, just getting low and clear, getting himself in front of it. What are we talking? Sorry, Bryn. What songs are you listening to? Millwall's back on. They got it back, Brendan.
All right, I'm not talking again.
Oh, the Tragically Hip. Kipre with it, center back, 18 yards away from his own goal, drawn back. Walton touches, collects.
Yeah, RKO said it. How is a pro ever making an illegal throw-in?
Distraction? Hey, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. horrible back pass there with that opportunity easily cleared by P&E.
I played basketball for years. I don't know that I could travel with the ball if I tried. I've taught my body what to do. It just does it. I don't think about it, and it just doesn't F up on those types of things. I would think that's the same in throw-ins. I mean, it's just a reaction that you do. You don't think, oh, I got to really drag my foot here. I can't go to the side of my head.
Yeah. DeAndre, if you want to pick up, go with Little Bones. Horrible. What was that? The goalkeeper, Cornell, swings through that with the left foot and just absolutely stuffs that one. But Small has to panic and goes and collects it. And now it's P&E with the ball, trying to find a way to break this press, and they can't. Brum up on Oxford United. And the table shifts again. I've eaten grass and making sure I kept my feet down before.
He threw himself to the ground. That's pretty. That's a awesome visual that you just painted for us.
Yeah. Handball. So it's going to be a free kick. P&E. You're not cheating. You're not trying. And that was Cayuste. Trying to drag the ball forward. Run for an extra 5-6 yards after the catch.
I like how incredulous he is after he literally volleyball, punched it up in the air.
But kudos to him, didn't bat an eye. He did it, just kept running. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Divine with it, 40 yards out, stabs it towards the left post, easily up and cleared away. But was that Azon who'd come all the way back? Small with it down the line, can't get it past. And here comes Ipswich. Oh, that is a glorious pass. And in all alone is Clark again to try and do better than his last. Bambi legs the shy out of it and doesn't get it. Glorious pass.
He just blew that.
Through. Yeah, that's two. That's two.
Was perfect.
That's Mametti. Just put it down and put your foot through it.
What a shit first touch by him.
Yeah. And push it even just a little tiny push to the wide left, because he just left it open. And I think that was Ofaya who got that back there to save the day. Is this a young kid? Oh, no, 25. And as far as his minutes, 13th start to the season, so about half of the time. Oh, and he's in 11 goals. We'll watch him, and he's been looking poor. He'll have a hell of a game against us, one of the two that's coming. Wait for it. Don't want to be too negative. I'll eat my words. Tazelis, how are you? Long throw. Try to find Clark again. Can't get there, and it's swept out. So then, DeAndre, now that you've gone through 3 and you've had the emotional run, is that hitting the frequent playlist for you? Or are you full? Davis, that was a cross attempt, but it was way too heavy. And there's acrobatic effort by Ivan trying to bicycle kick that one. And then Bryn Do we then give her Dowie's last concert and let her subject herself through that one? Overhead attempt, not there. Just to give you background, Deandra, Gord Downey, lead singer for the Tragically Hip, had cancer. They knew he was, getting close to the end. And so they had the last concert, and our national broadcaster, CBC, picked it up and broadcast it. So it was basically their goodbye. Heavy was that. National Treasures, and it was a 3-hour show. Not right. Oh, you do know. Okay. Yeah, I watched all 3 hours of it, and I was well viewed. Back to this one, 27 minutes and 40 seconds in. Going to be a free kick for Ipswich Town over from the right-hand side. Oh, okay, not quite a bike. He's got to get better air with his plant foot. Oh, I thought it was a free kick over from the right-hand side. It was a corner. My bad. Got distracted on that one. Cayuste covering. Draws it back. Matasiwa pushes over to the left-hand side. Clark with it, taking on his man, just gets it stabbed away. That wasn't Clark. That was Mehmeti. O'Shea, back post, chipped up in the air, 6 yards, headed away. Ipswich starting to apply the pressure more and more. They had lots of possession, but like us in the Sheffield Wednesday game, it was all sort of 30 yards away. Now it's starting to crack in consistently as Clark drives, Mehmeti. Cayusta, he has it. Mehmeti gets it stabbed away, and P&E looking for a reprieve, trying to find nice ball forward to Donnell Jebison. He's on the mass run into the 18 yards, find a spot, chip up over top, and he dinks and misses it. Donnell Jebison. I mean, the sad thing is, I know this to be true. Like, you're a striker. You're a 23-year-old who has all the skill, talent, and the pace. Like, to be running with ball and keeping and outpacing a defender shows that he's got it.
I thought he should have chipped it before that last touch, but
it's just what it was on the back of the net. I was trying to think who's Dion Charles. Like, that's the other player who.
Oh yeah, he's one of your faves.
Like, you just watch him, and for whatever reason, everything aside from what it is they're paid to do, they do relatively well. But you're a striker. You're supposed to put it into the back of the net, and when you end up getting, I'm curious now that I'm talking about it, how many goals does he have on the season? FB or FP&E, let's bring it up. And then he plays the games, and he had one against Wrexham, 5 goals. And you know what? Not bad considering he's only had 12 starts in 1,100 minutes. 5 goals, 2 assists, tied one off of the team lead behind Lewis Dobbin. And Dobbin not playing today. I don't know. Is he injured?
Archaea wanted to know when that window slams shut. It's midnight.
Monday, isn't it?
Oh, it's Monday?
Monday. Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Keep right with it. Clark, offside flag up. No, Dobbin's on the bench, so. Ooh. Well, I don't know about that one. Ipswich said they was onside. I would think that Small put him on by mistake, yeah. And I'm just looking up, how has Dion Charles done this season for Huddersfield? He's barely playing. Oh, no, that's the last 5 matches. 2 goals in 20 matches. Like, that's just not good enough. Not for what they've done to bring him in. O'Shea has it. Furlong, heavy touch by him. Ooh, playing advantage. It's going to be a yellow card coming back on that challenge. It's one of those ones in Ipswich Town talking about it where they play the advantage and there isn't one. They played it to the corner and nothing happened. Blow it black and give them the free kick. Ipswich Town. Oh, who the defender on that one deserves a couple of drinks, but they're still coming. Ipswich Town just misses to the top right. That's 3 big chances, all missed. Is that one on Furlong? Oh no, that's Cayusta. So over to the right-hand side. And Gibson, the center back, deserves a medal for 2 big tackles, and there they go back for the yellow card. Thompson picks up, sweeping both legs.
Gibson, I thought it was 2 slide tackles. It was a slide tackle and a shove.
Yeah. Cayusta, what the heck? Just sliced it right. No, it didn't. Well, I mean, I've seen worse slices, but that was nowhere close. He's standing right 18-yard box right in front. Another opportunity. Ipswich, and that one side netting. Mehmeti in just under siege P&E. What are the 3 stars on the back of Ipswich Town shirt? Oh, that's for their major trophy wins. 1962 Football League champions, 1978 FA Cup, 1981 UEFA Cup winners. P&E, opportunity here. McCann, over the right-hand side. Valentin pushing towards the goal line, can't get the cross on, settle for the corner. Oh, that's 3:30 wake up. Going to kick me in the butt all day.
Are you a napper?
I am, but I'm not going to get the chance because I got to go take the kid for his audition.
Which is this? Another commercial or show?
Show. Netflix. Small speaking role. And so we've already done one, and so they're getting close to starting too. So we'll probably get a decision right away. Nice bring back. Loose ball knocked down. Could have done better with that one. I find myself starting to pull for P&E as I'm watching this, just because they don't deserve it. But that's, you've got your center back up there on the trying to foot this one through as it's deflected, lands to Gibson on a half volley coming at him, and he's misses. Just kind of hits it, drives it towards the goal, and Walton gets it. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think you should have used your Muffin Man thing. That was the
muffin shot. The muffin cannon.
I was just looking for an excuse to use my GIF.
Do you know the muffin man? Free kick just inside. It's for P&E just inside the half. And so the keeper, Cornell, all the way up to serve this one up. Going to go far to the left-hand side, and he just wasted that one. Threw it all over everybody. Where in Wales is Cornell from? Anybody know?
Since I watched the stadium thing, as a lot of people do, watching it get better and better, I was dead serious about getting a box for a game next year. What do you think that'll run?
I have no idea, but Sandy would know. If you wanted to send her a message, or if you don't, I could always ask.
Oh, you think the pricing's already out?
Oh, she'd be able to give you a ballpark, and it'd be similar. If we're in the championship, it'll be similar. I mean, it won't go up too excessively, I don't think, if promoted, but we'll see.
On the new stadium?
Yeah, I don't know. When are you thinking of heading over?
Depending on when I can get the box.
Fair enough.
Like, if I'm going to go over, why not go big?
I hear you. Thing is there's something to be said about sitting in the tech end or whatever.
I hear you, but I could go for 2 games.
Are they going to be ready by a year from now?
Yeah. They're going to be using the tech end at some point next year. So.
No, you're talking the cop.
Yeah, the cop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can do 1 game in the tech end and 1 in the new cop. Get a box. Get a bunch of people from the Red Horde to show up and have a party.
Absolutely. Foul by Jebison. Oh, Furlong. This searching as Ipswich. If I was an Ipswich fan, I'd feel a little bit more confident that there's a goal coming in this one, because they've been leaning on PNE pretty hard through 40 minutes. Nothing so much in it at the moment. And not a lot of goals around the league. Middlesbrough up, Birmingham up, and everything else sitting in this draw. Oh, somebody's up by 2. Portsmouth up by 2 on West Brom, who's getting closer and closer to the drop. Kipre smashes off of Jebison's side of Jebison's head and bounces all the way back. It's going to get kicked back to Walton to restructure, reset, and Ipswich Town go again. Clark, long switch over to the left-hand side. Is that Clark? Davis is up there. The left back searching for options. Gets it to Clark. Clark moves it forward. Matasiwa came over for assistance. Now the switch tried to get it on Mehmeti, ranging through the middle of the pitch. Burns with it down the line. Matasiwa dances in front of his man into the area. Right foot blocked, and it's cleared by small. That was a sharp angle. He must have saw something last second to think that he could have picked it, because weird angle. But Clark running towards 20 yards gets stabbed away from him. And O'Shea is their top defender, their center back, and look how close he is to go. Whoa. Foul. Everybody's booing the ref. I don't know how you don't call that from Cayusta. Back on the way down the pitch, easily headed back the other way. And that was a Titanic move. Piggyback, jumped right up onto his back. Stuck his arms out and everything. Titanic all over. I believe I can fly. Scooped along by Ipswich. Headed out of bounds. Gibson, I believe. Is that Gibson wearing number 19? That guy deserves a medal. It's like 2 defensive plays the other side. They're laying out to just settle down and force a throw in. This ref is the opposite of the last one. He's very much into the game management. Play it there, play it here. Thompson and Matasiwa are going to get a meeting with the headmaster. Give him a yellow card. The Matasiwa clearly deserves a yellow for that. Unnecessary, right? Oh, yeah, just disgusting. He reached around with his left and pulled him down. He didn't. Well, he did. He got his hand up, but it's not worth a card. But I'm hoping. Get him closer to it. If I was an official and I was the headmaster and I pulled you over there and you're going to come over and you're going to raise your hands like that and complain and then you're going to turn away and walk away before the end of the conversation, I am that petty. You're getting a yellow card. Like, just shut up and listen. And it happens in football. It doesn't happen in rugby. O'Shea, left side. Keep brave. Nothing there. RKO leaves it there. Oh, stabbed away. Ipswich Town sniffing around the box. Clark has it now 30 yards out. He's dancing around. Tackle attempt. That one clears the ball away, but can't get there. Referee doesn't give a foul on the shoulder barge, and it's going to go over to Furlong on the right-hand side, 20 yards. He's looking, flicks it in. This ball's cleared, but not far enough out. Hi, bud.
I'm actually walking because this is a lot.
Mameti just... It's not... Come. There, is that better?
This is going to be like that on the, but not like that.
No,
It needs to be there.
No, it goes on the side. That's how they're supposed to be, on the side. You want to sit and watch some football? Yeah? Okay.
Can I please?
Staying in the game, Ruth, just hanging on, right? RKO missed on the punch by Cornell, but it's going to go too wide and just go out for the throw, and it's a Ipswich throw. RKO, wait, hold up. We played Sheffield Wednesday and only won by 1. I didn't pay attention to who we played because I was just waking up. Yeah, it wasn't. Brendan has a different take than I do. He thinks that we played fine, and I thought we played.
To be fair, just about everyone in the chat agreed with you. Everyone was pooping all over Wrexham but me. So I just had too much happy juice this morning or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 3 hours more sleep than I got. So throw in, long throw by Furlong, who's got it, and it gets headed away, and they'll take a corner. They'll take that corner as an upgrade from the throw in. Davis, left foot in swinger, right-hand side. Interesting that they get to draw their left back all the way forward. And here we go, another headmaster talk, this time with Pohl and Furlong. Valentin. And they're still pushing and shoving, Furlong and Valentin. Oh, just, if you're going to cuddle, have a kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, that was dangerous. That looked like it could have been going Olympico and an opportunity there, but no contact from the keeper. It just went too far, missed everybody. And it's all the way. And here comes Ipswich again. 2 minutes of added time. So they got a minute and a half left, and they're still working as it's down Cayusta can't get it. Loose ball, still loose in the box, and finally it's cleared, but smashed off the backside of Davis, and now it's Ipswich collecting. Clark with it. Almost out of time before the end of the half. It's cleared. Whistle to mouth. Not yet. Bryn saying we played down again. Looked good doing it, though. So not everybody was on the that was a poor performance train. First half over. You want to go snuggle with Mama for a bit?
No,
You
no, I'm supposed to need to do my show.
I didn't have that. You need your what?
My show.
Okay. We'll grab your shirt and we'll go snuggle with Mama.
Okay.
Close the door, please.
Okay.
Love you. The distraction of Milano. It's a good distraction to have. I mean, you talk about that one in the performance. It's 0-0. Ipswich, I think, performed far better, and we can go to the stats than we did in our first half against Sheffield Wednesday. I don't know. I always said P&E never looked like they had it, and they look like they don't have it again. But they still kind of stick around near the top half of the table. If you have the stats just to walk through, then we'll look and get an update on the scores. But it's 68% to 38% possession for Ipswich. Is that accurate?
Well, it's 32, but yes.
68 to 32. No, but I got confused. Look at the XG. 0.27? Does that pass your eye test? PNE had more XG.
I wonder how they factor that, because it certainly felt like more. Although, how many times was it knocked down and stuff? And
yeah, I guess they were looking for that.
I think they felt more threatening than.
But you had those those two opportunities from Clark that and they only have one big chance. That was they have no big chances for Ipswich. So they're saying that Clark didn't miss any big chances, where they're saying that Ipswich Town.
To be fair, he was 20 meters out. I don't know how much they value shots from 20 meters with, 10 guys in the box you have to hit around.
Yeah, and the big chance that they're talking about, probably the Jebison breakaway opportunity, had the chance to chip it and dink it over top and didn't get there.
Preston had two breakaways that in the one from Ipswich where the guy hard touched the first one. So
yeah. Whew. Wow, it is going to be a day. Where was I going with this? Touches in the box, 13-7. So maybe I'm just being a little bit too hard on PNE and a little bit too glory-seeking of Ipswich Town, because the stats are saying, hold on a second, not necessarily as impressive as it seems to have been. And maybe that's a byproduct of a possession. Do I want to call it a bias? I don't know if it's a bias, but you end up favoring the side that sees a lot.
Any counter-attacking team, if that's how you're going to play, they're never touching it, then they have those great breakaways, and it all comes down to whether or not they execute on them, right? Like if they had put in one of those two, it would be hard not to say that Preston's not winning. They're not trying to dominate the ball, right? They got decent opportunities. So
I'm just gonna championship matches before I look at the table, just to go around so that I know who everybody's playing without having to click happy here. Didn't summarize the scores from before, but early red card for Leicester City, and Charlton took advantage of that. Did Cody play in that one?
Yes, he did. Started.
He did?
Yeah,
he started. Wow. So 2-0 win for Charlton. Derby County yesterday put on a 5-0 absolute textbook like thrashing of Bristol City. Bristol City looked like a 6-tier club trying to compete in the championship. They were not solid at all, which I'm hoping stays true for at least another month, because we'll have them in the month of February. Southampton taking out Stoke City 2-0. And then obviously our match. In this half, not a lot of goals. You got Millwall, Sheffield. They each pitched in one to be tied 1-1. Portsmouth is up 2-0 on West Brom. Brum's up on Oxford United, and Middlesbrough up on Norwich City. But all of the other matches, that's including Coventry, who's away to QPR and 0-0 at the half. That includes Swansea, who's in Watford. 0-0. Whole City still 0-0 away to Blackburn. And this match that we're watching. So, I mean, I will take a Blackburn Rovers draw over Whole City just because I wouldn't expect that to be a thing. So I hope that continues. Swansea helping us out. If they're able to get a draw or better with Watford, that would be amazing. QPR, like a lot of these scores, other than the Sheffield United, I'm okay with. Maybe Norwich City, Middlesbrough, but
Yeah, these draws aren't bad.
yeah, less points on the table for teams that are not us is always a good thing. Any players stand out for you from Ipswich?
Not particularly. You?
Mehmeti, the new Bristol City, especially considering he's only been with the club for a week. It's a bit of a jitterbug and a float through the midfield. Like they seem to have him a little bit more on the right-hand side, but he filled in over on the left at times. Obviously taking the set pieces. I thought that he looked good. For P&E, Gibson was, and I think Gibson should be the top scoring player, not Matasiwa is, and Davis at 7.2. But the best player for P&E, Gibson, and the FOTMOB stats say that. Interesting that Mehmeti 6.2, which has him as the lowest or second lowest. So maybe I don't know anything about football. Southampton on the rise again, says RKO. They just do in.
If Ipswich and Hull both were to lose, along with Millwall not winning, that'd bring them back down to 50. That would mean we're within one win of, that not counting goal difference being third, points wise.
Yeah.
And then we'd face
it's all there.
So that's like, I don't know why you're not more positive about them, Shaun.
About who? Wrexham?
I'm just joking. I was just kidding earlier. I was giving you a hard time earlier about playing a little devil's advocate about whether or not we're really capable of catching Ipswich and beating them before the end of the year. So.
And to be fair, I don't know if this is a byproduct of the league that I don't give enough credit to all of the teams that are there, because we're used to seeing games where you go in and it should be guaranteed win day, right? In the National League and in League Two, I would suggest as well, where you're like, should be a cakewalk, and quite often it was. We've never made it easy on ourselves in the championship. It doesn't matter if it's a academy-laden team with negative points and only one win on the season. We eke out a 1-0 win, right? Or if it's Coventry and we're going away, it's a 1-0 win. We just don't seem to lay the boots to anybody. Not a bad thing, as long as you're getting the points. But
this does seem the weekend and the moment, considering that we're here and we have a little time in between. We've heard inside info that potentially 3 people are going to be signed.
Potentially 3. Only 2 names announced. I don't know who the third would be.
Yeah. So, supposedly, the big signing, didn't Parkey go over to France to watch him and he sprains his ankle while he's watching him?
I didn't know he sprained his ankle. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. If that's going to put him out 2 weeks, like, I don't know. Like, do you go Armstrong instead?
No, because it depends on what you think you're going to get for the duration of the contract. Because remember, we've been talking about what do we want? We want to see a young player who's got the cojones and the capacity.
Yeah. So where do you see that guy playing? The 19-year-old.
I haven't watched enough of it, but he seems to be a little bit more closer to Sam Smith than he is to Kiefer Moore. And so I think that displants him as the second. Again, you want a through ball. You set yourself up for through ball, and you want the striker that's going to be able to connect on that, running behind and that sort of thing. You're looking at Sam Smith. I think he fits into that role. And so he would be up front either way with it'd be Kiefer Moore or him. And I think that if necessary, you put the two of them together. But that's where have I really watched enough? No. Did I look at a young guy who's got some okay stats? Yeah. So.
And then what about the Bristol City? Do we really want a 26-year-old right wing back to stack, 6 deep or 5 deep over there, whatever we're at?
Yeah, and it's an interesting one. It's only a $1.5 million transfer, so it's not. That's quid, pounds. $1.5 million quid transfer, and he's unless he gets a contract renewal as part of the deal, he's got to negotiate his new contract this summer. So he's essentially what we would call a free agent, right? He's a fascinating and I went through the stats previously during the Wrexham match. He's fascinating because he's listed as a defensive back who's, quite frankly, horrible defensively. He's horrible defensively.
Well, I'm trying to figure out what is the skill set that this guy brings that we're lacking or that we need depth at. And
he fills an amazing hole for me. We have complained for eons and a little bit softer recently, but I still think the problem persists at our inability to connect our midfield to the front line. Long balls, hoping Moore can hold it, or through balls, hoping that Sam Smith can run onto it from distance. But we don't build with ball at foot through the midfield. And
do you think he plays midfield? That he would play midfield on the right side, and that he would connect us? Yeah.
Well, he can do right or left. 4 games ago for Bristol City, he played in the middle of a 4-4-3. He played one of the 2 midfield positions and the one on the left-hand side. So
what are you thinking? Him and James then, or?
Yeah, either him or Sheaf. Like I think that's who you've got then is Dobson, James, Sheaf, and now you've thrown Viner in. And he can provide cover for you, and he's comfortable playing both right and left-hand side. So he's a versatile guy who can play basically. I don't want him as one of the top midfielders because his goal scoring is just atrocious and historically has been atrocious. So he's got to be, your defensive midfielder, potentially a winger, or covering the back, and that's where I see him fit. And I think that there's a place for him.
W&G said Mullen got in the game
and got a yellow card
second half.
I'm just gonna have to stand for a second.
It's a good sign for Mullen that they immediately dropping him in.
Stepping off camera just for a moment, just because I'm sitting in that seat for so long, I'm getting. Yeah, I'm gonna be passing out after this one for sure.
Yep, I have my my spot, my snacks decided upon, my blanket selected. I know exactly where I will be napping while putting on something that just in the background.
So you're gonna rewatch the Sheffield Wrexham game, is what you're saying?
Exactly.
In the background.
Well, it's appropriate. I was talking half the time on mute, so yeah, nice and quiet.
It's a groggy one, that's for damn sure. It's interesting watching the production of Ipswich Town, by the way. Clearly not they do a good job with their show. They've got graphics running during the half, commercials and updates on fixtures and new dates and QR codes and promotions. And they took what we've got for the YouTube stuff. They made it a part of this process. I actually don't mind. That was a fascinating thing. Have you ever heard the website Social Blade?
No.
Social Media is a website that kind of gives projections of what revenues are for clubs and or for all. Like you can put Mr. Beast in or whoever you want to, right? But it was interesting to me. I looked up Wrexham AFC to find out what their revenues were because I thought with their new broadcast format that they'd be getting. They get good views across all sports channels on the whole entirety of YouTube. They're in the top 1,200. They get 37 to 60, I guess 7,000 to 65,000, 84,000 views per day. And I don't know why their estimated earnings are only, I don't know if they've not monetized or what the deal is, but they've got nothing.
I don't know. They seem to
for their
botch
estimated
so many
earnings
simple, easy things that they should.
that go and make money. Yeah. Like I mean, I obviously don't know, but I'm curious about that. It's almost like they need to bring somebody in and
subs
just
coming in from Ipswich. 3.
As on. Oh, off. Hurst on. Let's go to the. See who we're bringing on here. Hurst, 6 goals, 1 assist. 26-year-old Scotsman, 19 starts, 1,500 minutes. Azon, who was on for him, only his 9th start. So that you would think is an improvement.
Call it out.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm underway. 5-second mark is right now. 45 minutes and 10 seconds coming up right now, and 45:15 right now. There it is. Kipre. I'll take 0-0. I'll take 0-0 from everybody. No goals for the next 40 minutes, 45 minutes, and that's a decent day. Clark, leading goal scorer for Ipswich, cut back. Wow, he just made him look foolish. Made Valentin, and then Valentin got back and got the tackle, and it's now the other way. Daniel Jebison on the run in open space. How will you mess this one up? By a bad back pass across the line, but then Devine had it.
He's supposed to be good. He really waters that shit.
Jebison blew the pass to him, but then it got put right back to Devine on a tackle. 18-yard box right in front of the goal, right foot, no defender, have a swing, and he pushes it.
But the side view shows how high it was when it went over the bar. It was twice the height.
Twice the size of the net. Yeah, it was nowhere close. Like, that wasn't a yip. That was a yoink. Horrible. WG wants Hull and Millwall to lose. Yeah, I would take those as the outcomes. I don't know. We've always had 4, but one of them's always been a young academy guy who's just getting kickabouts with the higher level team, right? And it seems always from Ireland. So I don't know. Cleared forward. Devine and Jebison go on a run, but nothing in that, and gets put the other way. And Clark got to the inside of his man, and Valentin grabbed him by the hand. Oh! If I was an Ipswich fan, I'd feel a little bit aggrieved.
Yeah, it was a flop. That's what that guy gets for wearing a beret or whatever that is.
See, an interesting question from RKO that says, I wonder if there's something in the guideline that prevents them from profiting from YouTube by the EFL. And if that rule exists, well, then why have those 3 on the Ipswich or on the YouTube? Why not bring them in-house like where they had like the halftime show here that I watched with the Ipswich, kind of a round panel discussion during the half, and then go back to the play-by-play and color guy. It's just improve the production of where you're getting your money from. So I don't honestly know, but I found that to be surprising, the number of views and how poor their revenues are. I mean, it's not going to be in the millions of dollars, but they should be in the hundreds of thousands, low hundreds of thousands of dollars with their viewership and everything going.
I saw a guy do a tour. He went to Wrexham and walked inside the Macron stand, and I got to see video of stuff that I hadn't seen before, which was nice. And he also went to the new store and spent time walking around in the new store. There is so much merch in there that we don't get to see. And again, I just go, why the hell do you have to have one of the shittiest shop websites I've ever seen? And you could be making so much money. You're telling me you can't figure that shit out? Like, come on.
It's just it's a byproduct of maybe too much too soon. But it's also one of those things where I think you could go and hire 3 to 6 people and just say, you're only here to look at ensuring we're pulling in every dollar, every dime, every pence that we can pull in, because I think there's more to pull. And then once they're done, if they're good, and then you can want them to do the expense side of the equation and efficiencies and have a crack. But another example, I emailed the league to try and figure out how to get them money for a sign or a sponsor, all that sort of stuff. And they flat out said, this email is rarely monitored, so don't expect us to get back to you. Well, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
you're the commercial activity email that's there to look for potential sponsors. And I guess I'm not United, but
it feels like they walk into town and go, does anyone want a job? And someone in the bar goes, oh, I'm not doing anything for the next couple hours. They go,
or maybe they haven't hired enough.
You're head of marketing today.
Yeah. Or maybe they just haven't hired enough so that they just don't have the labor. And that seems to be an ongoing concern. And it's just the mentality that will save on the cost side. I don't know why you'd want to do that when you've got a juggernaut.
Excuses. There's no way that you could, that the merch that you would make off of Americans ordering online from the Wrexham store
wouldn't make up for,
would pay for 5-6 people for a year. Easy.
That one might go up as the most artistic flop.
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Jefferson with a good pass over to Devine. Right foot. Yeah, God.
All right. Devine moves into the sucks category.
Holy crap.
Jefferson
actually made a nice pass here. I mean, tough to get it over there.
That's Devine with the ball on the wing,
yeah.
And then he just kicks it into. There's 3 guys in front of him, and he has 3 other guys open.
He wasn't even able to hit the 2 people who were laying on the deck in front of him to try and get a corner. Just went straight out. In any event, Davis has it. Up to Clark. Ipswich on the press now. 40 minutes left. Cayusta. Dancing left, right, through the middle of the pitch. White jerseys close on him. Tries a pass, and it gets intercepted. Man, my backside's getting sore here. They're not afraid of a tackle, eh? Like just in close possession, sticking the foot in and ripping the ball away. Ooh, Jefferson looking, almost a good battle there. Playing advantage on a foul. See, then that's not an advantage. You advanced it forward. That's open. Well, yeah, you have to bring that back. Like, I just think playing advantage and just saying, yeah, okay, we had possession. You didn't use it. Well, that shouldn't be our obligation. Valentin for PNE, right-hand side. Devine now all the way over. He's filling in on the right-hand side. There's a cross, and what was that back pass? God damn. I'd be throwing stuff at my computer screen.
Swansea just scored against Watford.
Well, we'll take that.
I want to say Watford with my Boston accent. Watford.
Like Hartford?
Like Hartford.
Watford.
You know, Watford. But
well, you were saying it. We were saying like Wartford before.
Yeah, isn't that how's it spelled? I mean,
Watford. There's no R in Watford.
Oh, okay.
Well, there is an R, but as the Ford, it's
Watford. Yeah, I like Watford.
Watford. Batacan Watford. Ten minutes into the half and nothing really. Ooh, a boot to the nose. That's got to be a yellow card. Valentin just kicked Clark right in the beak. Go for a walk and hide somewhere so the yellow card doesn't come out, because that's a yellow card. It has to be a yellow card. You just kicked him. They're saying that on the Ipswich broadcast. Is there a memo that went around to the officials? Don't give out any cards today? Still rooting for Matasiwa to pick one up. Furlong jumps in. He's pressing. PNE was looking to build up going the other way, and he just nicked it, got it free and clear, and there's a tackle, and it's going to go rolling out. Is that corners, left side of the flag? Long time to build up for this is a corner kick from the right-hand side, Ipswich Town. Mametti going to set it up and take it. Oh, it's a right-footed outswinger, sorry. And just easily cleared away and headed, no problem there. Divine getting to that one. Ipswich goes again.
On that corner, that linesman way too into his job.
He's spry, is he?
He had his legs a little spread wide open, and he had like happy feet. He was like tap, 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 tap. He was like getting ready. I'm like, dude, there's no way to run. It's a corner. What are you doing?
Coventry also unfortunately scored. Thanks, W&G, again, for throwing everything out there and keeping us in the loop. Because here's the thing, when you think about it, we're 12 points away from Middlesbrough in a potential automatic spot, right? As it sits right now, live standings. 12 points out. You look at Norwich, opportunity there. You look at Norwich, they are 14 points out of getting back into the equation for number 6. And so, I said, I think they've run out of runway. I don't know why I'm a little bit more optimistic that there's still an opportunity that when you're considering teams that don't lose much, they've only lost 5 or 6 games respectively all season long.
Well, to be fair, you're the only crazy one that was talking about automatics. Everyone else is just thinking about getting to a good, solid place.
Hey, push to the top. I'm talking myself into that how impossible it is. I mean, the only advantage that you have is it's 2 teams you're chasing, and it only needs one of them to end up having a complete.
There's a lot of quality teams that have to poop themselves for us to get there.
Mm-hmm. But what a great episode it would be. Walton grabs it.
I just don't. I'm truly not. I like the idea of a 19-year-old with promise, right? Like, so even if he doesn't spur you on, he could be something great in a year or two. He still has the upside to make the Prem. He's, those are the guys obviously we want, but it doesn't excite me to think that that's going to help put us over the top this year to make the Prem because of that guy. I just don't get that feeling from it.
Yeah, no,
and the rest of their moves don't sound spectacular either. Although if our contacts are right and there is a third person, if that person's just great, then
it completely changes everything.
Yeah, and I'm wondering at that point it better be it for me. I hope it's a hell of a defender.
We don't have a lot of cover. We don't have any cover, really.
No, I don't feel comfortable. Hyam goes down and Scar's in there for an extended period. In the middle. I mean, I think
or even worse, Kluwer. Well, I mean, Brunt. How far away is he? 2-3 weeks now.
Not sure, but I mean, we're so thin there. I wasn't thinking that we needed a new striker. We needed that connecting midfield. I agree with you. I just don't know that they've selected the right guy. And we need another young defender that can slot in right now, if needed.
Hey, Mo. Ipswich Town fan joined in and taken in the commentary. It's been, if you haven't been watching, you're just watching the stats. It's been an impressive performance by Ipswich, but frustrating with their finish, and especially with Clark. I think he's probably gonna. Jack's not had himself a good game at all with a couple of his opportunities at finish. So,
yeah, Devine's been one of Ipswich's better players.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting to me that PNE didn't put out their best lineup. I mean, why is Jefferson in the lineup when you've got a better proven scorer? But it is what it is. As that one gets put into play by Cornell, and now it's PNE with the press and O'Shea, and he's been strong. Just your solid rock center back who doesn't let stuff beat him. Not the tallest dude in the world, though. You're being scolded, Brendan.
That's Deandra's role. She's doing her job. Someone's got to keep me in line.
Peony again tries to advance it forward, and that one's cleared again. I believe that was Furlong that time.
If she doesn't do that, the Sunday women's games devolve into chaos.
And we never made the pitch for that one. Berrytown, right? Tomorrow?
Yeah. I thought, you put up a.
The thumbnail's already up. I just didn't talk about it. PNE coming forward, 4 on 8. Ofia Small leaves it there. Lays up for the extra man, 19 yards. There's a shot, far post. Oh, good save by Walton. Got down low and to the left. Another muffin cannon shot, though. There was just nothing in that. If that had more pace, I don't know if Walton saw the ball until late because it took him a while to get over to the dive on the left-hand side. But I just don't think he got enough behind that because it wasn't the most confident save.
Thank you. Walton. I was dying to use the muffin man again.
There you go. And is there nobody? No, is there no constant Ipswich? Another opportunity. Oh, it's deflected, out blocked. Opportunity there, and it'll go for a corner. And there's your favorite move in all of football, Brendan. PNE building pressure. The pendulum's starting to shift the other way. And so what do? Goalie craps.
Yeah, but we don't utilize it.
So, but anyway, sorry, MO3, I was just asking, is there no steady, constant Ipswich watch along, or are they all just brutal? It's not one that I've looked for, to be frank. DeAndre, because the Gennaro Adrian League works on my nerves. Well, wait, it's only going to get better for you because pretty soon it's just going to be the top 4. There's going to be no, we're playing Pontypridd. We get a sort of a day off this. You're just going to constantly get solid club coming forward. So right-footed outswinger from the right-hand side for PNE. This is Whiteman going to take it. All the white kit lined up at the far post -1, who's standing just on the edge of the area. And they play it behind him, short corner type attempt, and they get it back out. Whiteman scoops, far post, headed away. Still there, knocks loose, lots of people. How did that not go in? Oh, the flag got raised. I didn't think that was offside. I'd like to see that angle again, closer to where the lino had it. I thought both of them were on. Cayusta coming out. Taylor. Jack Taylor.
So now this is a coach. He made 3 subs at halftime, and they were.
And then in the first window, and he throws 3 more out there. So he's got 6 people recycled.
It's the 64th minute. Parkey still hasn't. Would still be.
We're 5-6 minutes away from a sub.
Yeah.
Great. More names for me to go through and get to know. So Taylor, midfielder, 27 years of age. He's got one goal on 20 shots so far this year as a midfielder. And Mametti all the way forward. Nice pass. There it is. Chip. How enough? Ipswich Town. Your finish is deplorable. That was the substitute that came in for a zone. Their natural goal scoring, George Hurst.
Oh, my goodness.
How do you not put that one home? He's got time. He's got space. He's got a goalkeeper coming out and down on the ground.
He double botched that.
Double botched by George Hurst. That was just not good. Can they keep these yips, please? I don't know how is there a magic spell we have to do? Whatever it is, figure that out, because 1 goal, 1 assist for Jack Taylor. Why is he wearing a number 9? Not really a false 9 if he's a midfielder.
QPR even with Coventry.
What do I know? I'm just a plastic fan. Playing catch along the back line. Ipswich Town. Just between O'Shea and Keep Brave. Intercepted. PNE trying to come forward. Clark gets barged into, and that'll be a throw. Ofaya pleading, but there was no foul in that one. He was falling. Excuse me. Before he made contact.
Andrew's asking, do we want QPR to draw? Apparently, Shaun thinks we can win the league, so we want everyone ahead of us to lose.
Yep.
I'm going to talk it into existence.
And now, you look at our run-in now that we were looking at and thinking, oh, well, that's scary. No, now it's a chance. Now you're going to be playing those teams for automatics in April and May. Let's do that. Let's have that as an opportunity.
Well, the other thought that people weren't thinking about is if Coventry and Middlesbrough, Millwall all run away with it, then they're not playing hard in the last 2 weeks when we face them. So they might be sitting players or trying new players.
I don't know why the Ipswich fans and the broadcasters are so upset with this as a foul call. I mean, he had his leg out and was extended, and he ran through it. Did he not? Legs out extended. He had his leg up in the air and run through. I don't know why. They say he won the ball. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get that at all. Deandra asked.
They just came out of the Prem. To be fair, the majority of these teams that were just in the Prem are overacting complainers when they're definitely in the wrong. So,
Or are we going to suffer next year in the Prem then when we're there? And or whenever we get there and we've got to watch more flopping. I mean, I never thought it could get worse.
To be fair, this year has typically had less flopping than some previous times. I've been happy most of the time, but
Jody Jones. PNE opportunity to cross, not able to get there, and it's just going to be up, thumped, and cleared. And that's Valentin back in coverage, and not the greatest back pass, but Walton comes out and grabs it, and he's going to put it down in the middle of the pitch. O'Shea, there, frames out easy as.
Thank you, Deandra. I got a A+ in school for complaining and making fun of people.
PNE with it advances forward. Donnell Jebison, it's 2-on-4, and he flops trying to get a call. Nothing in that one. That was just a tackle, and that's a foul. Tripped and pulled his legs. Interesting, because the Ipswich fans, they've taken a antipathy towards the official, but I don't think the officials. He's had a couple of meh decisions, but I don't think he's been that egregious. He's been consistent. He's shown he doesn't like to show cards.
That was definitely a foul.
Yeah, like I don't get why they're screaming.
The foul on Preston was taken out. The Preston player. I mean, they got away with one.
Keep Clark. Oh, that's not Clark. That's one of the subs. Left-hand side, Davis. And see, they're screaming there because they thought there should have been a foul. He ran into the arms of the man, and here's Jebison. That Divine running down the side. He's waiting, holding, looking, crosses in, lays it up. Opportunity, left footer! Big save. Might have hit woodwork. But Walton answers the question by getting his fingers and hands on it, and it gets pushed up as Thompson, 19 yards out, left footer on a back pass from Donnell Jebison. Was that hitting woodwork?
Oof.
Yeah, I think it would have hit the woodwork.
Divine would have put that out of the stadium.
Yeah. $18 minutes plus added time. PNE with a right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side, just along the 6-yard far post. Body there, down. It's knocked in, safe from the line. Pushed through, scores. Preston North End. Gibson, he has been everything. Absolutely everything. It's a one-man army for PNE. Gibson has blocked 2 shots. He made an impressive defensive tackle on an odd-numbered chance that was going the other way. And here he collects the garbage on a whole bunch of free stuff in the middle of the box and plops it in after saved off the line. And I don't know if that was like we saw in our game off of a defender or whether what that hit, but came back out and bounced around and Gibson puts it in.
Well, that's what the Ipswich coach gets for subbing so many guys.
Right. Yeah. He showed a little bit of faith in his men, didn't he?
That's what someone's complaining about. We complain that Parky doesn't sub, and they'll complain that they did sub.
That one's on Keeper because he misses that header. Look at you're wide open right there, and you missed that header and get just knocked and deflected.
I just watched it. It was 2 feet over his head. He never should even have jumped.
But But he had space. He had 6 feet behind him, separating him from Clark and the goal scorer Gibson. He certainly could have taken that. That would have taken one step to his right and then jump, and the ball's
exactly.
cleared.
That's the point. The where he jumped was the issue. Like he also took himself out of the play. By the time he lands, it's in the back of the net. Like,
yeah. So not a good play by him, and I don't know if you can fault Clark for that or not. I mean, the guy got his foot to ball, it hit the keeper, comes out off of save right to the guy who shot it, and he just puts it back in.
Yeah, now Coventry down.
Yeah. QPR up 2-1 to Coventry. Ipswich losing 1-0. Is Middlesbrough losing yet? Still up 1-0. That pushes Middlesbrough to the top of the table, eh?
Yeah.
Who were they playing again? Norwich. Late goal. Ali Ahmed, please. Ipswich Town with it. Center back kickabout. Got it to the midfield. And, well, you know what? That was impressive by Mehmeti. He's looked good. That was a hard work. I'm going to get to this ball just for the sake of trying to eke out a possession, and he does by winning a corner. So from the right-hand side, left-footed in swinger, and that's good. That's Davis, the left back, taking it. Lots of blue kits standing right in the middle of the box from 10 yards to the 6 yard. It's an I formation, push, shove, ball delivered. Oh, Kipre. This is another opportunity.
I wanted to share something from the Discord, Shaun. It's a picture by Matt Al, one of our regulars. Gets a lot of good information. He was at the game, and Sheffield Wednesday sent around their signage an appreciation to Wrexham for the support that we've showed them. Thought that was pretty cool.
Awesome. Well, I mean, and Parky made comment too before the match, right, about how Sheffield Wednesday, 1, will be back, and 2, that there's no club. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that. Bury will argue otherwise. Hereford United would argue otherwise. But when teams have suffered with bad owners, man, can you imagine if the EFL closes a deal and Chancery has to take control of Sheffield Wednesday again and pay the bills? Nobody's happy. Nobody's happy there. "14 minutes plus added time. Ipswich Town searching to try and find something against PNE in a match where PNE has not looked good, and Ipswich has looked like they have no finish." What is their goals for the season? Egley, right-hand side, one of the substitutes, drawing it in. He's got Kipre, decides not to go with it, switch to the far left, trying to find Clark, but it's cleared away. The battle ensues. Wow, that was a pretty egregious chug of the jersey, but good on Clark. He doesn't go to ground. He continues to fight through, and he's got an opportunity inside the box. 17 yards, and another horrible Mehmeti this time. Like, the keeper wouldn't have got to it, and he missed the right side of the net from 16 yards out by a solid 4 feet.
Wasn't even struck that well.
No.
Another sub? Holy shit. Just yanked Mehmeti for that.
Yeah, that's it. You're done. And to be fair for Mehmeti, he's been with the club for a week. So 2 subs. Johnson on over Furlong.
That feels like 8 guys. I didn't know they could do that.
Is Johnson a midfielder? I'm wondering if they're going to start throwing the kitchen sink on it because they just pulled back off one of their.
How many subs is it? How many subs can you do?
They had George Hurst was the only one that came in at the free window. They used the next window to have Taylor and Egley come in, and then they had, was it 2 or 3 that came in here? I think it's, why do I want to say it's 5 players over 3 windows, not including halftime?
I thought
Keep
they
right
did.
with it.
I thought they did 3 at half, then 3 and 2 now.
No, they had 3 players standing where Hurst was coming on. It was just Hurst that came in.
That's what threw me off.
Yeah. Yeah, because I thought Clark was going off, which intrigued me because leading scorer but had himself a bad first half with a couple of misses. But I was like, that's bold if you're going to tell him at the half you're taking a yoink because of where things were at. Clark, speaking of the devil, in his pink boots, taking a right-footed in-swinger from the left-hand side. Far post, 6 yards out, headed, cleared off the line again. Still loose, shot, blocked. Think there was a handball. That was a handball, not given. Still loose, and it's blocked and missed again. Whoa. Mad scramble and goes off for an Ipswich corner, but there was crazy clearances, and there was a handball in the mix that was missed. Headed, stabbed away. The handball right there. Yep, that's a handball. An immediate appeal. Oh, and Jefferson, too, maybe got one up on the second one climbing the ladder. In the net, that one even more egregious. 2 handballs missed. Right foot in swing, punched away. Small smashes it and now go for a goal kick. And the chance is over, and Small's going to roll on the ground and take a timeout. My God, the football gods are not with Ipswich today. I want to see that replay again. Hull, damn it, up on Blackburn.
Yeah.
Swansea up on Watford. So we'll take an extra goal there.
Go Swansea, beat Watford.
Man, I want to see that replay because especially the Jefferson. I think when he went up, he did the I'm jumping in the air, and I think it got him in the hands.
Well, Ipswich is in trouble now. They're subbing out Devine.
Okay, 3-0 loss incoming for Ipswich.
I have to knock on wood because he's going to come get a brace against us or something now.
Aren't we? Alfaya knocks it down for the keeper, and it's controlled. We're done with Peony. Loss in the cup, and then a draw, and then a win. Or sorry, win in the cup, and then a home win and a away draw. Yeah, there's nothing in that. Push in the back, Hurst. I mean, if anything, it's Alfaya trying to jump to make sure he doesn't clatter into his keeper and may have hurt himself there. I think this is just, let's take the opportunity to roll on our ground a little bit.
Yeah, this is just killing
Let
time.
the clock tick. Let the clock tick. Let the momentum go. Disrupt the game. Change the flow.
Preston's now 1 point behind us in the table.
But I'm okay with that. Oh, Clark just got a yellow. He was up protesting. Don't have an armband on, sir.
Yeah. Referees.
Because he was the only blue kid up there, and he was chirping, but I assumed it was the captain.
It's like, you're shit today. I'm giving you a yellow card for that.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't. I think I did know that, but I forgot that Ipswich has their makeup game in the midweek. So.
No, they have. I thought they had it just before we play them in the cup.
Well,
that's
I have this source that I can look it up.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, and then that way there was a better chance they'd take the cup off.
Scores. Oh, cleared off the line. This is almost turning comical now. Like that's the third one. Hurst lifts it up, gets it past the keeper, but not enough length on it. I thought that was going in for sure. And out of nowhere, in blazing to save it off the line, another P&E rescue attempt, and they got there first. 7 minutes plus. I mean, we're at least at 5 minutes of added time, I think, in this one.
Preston's coded like 5 times, and they keep resuscitating. Clear. Oh, he's giving him a kick from there. That's
25
dangerous.
yards out.
Quite a flop, though.
So Tuesday, away to Portsmouth.
This Tuesday or next?
This Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
And then next Saturday, they're away to Derby when we've got Millwall. So that's interesting because that really is all of those top teams playing against each other. And then we have them for the Cup and then for the league. So Derby, who does Hull City play next week? You having a crack at this? I'm taking the shot. 2-man wall, 22 yards out. Nope, it's going to go over far post and just misses everybody. And O'Shea was laying on the deck saying, you got to see that I was on the ground. Why'd you put it over there? I wasn't over there. Hull City's got Watford on Tuesday. And then Bristol City at home before the FA Cup. So lots of makeup games coming. Clark, well done by him, just stealing that ball. And then he gets fouled, but continues on. Frocker Jensen doesn't do the job there. Norwich now 5 minutes plus added time to try and rescue something here. How crazy is it? Like if you're M3O, like just even getting radio to listen in the car, like the blackout stuff sometimes is just mind blowing. That's going to be a corner, no? Deflected off. No, it didn't. Goal kick. Taking his time is Mr. Cornell. 4 minutes plus added time. Jebison goes back, nothing there. Keeper clears it. Ipswich Town with it again. Matasiwa pushes it forward. Bad pass, and then it's just thumped down and collected there by Watson again. Immediately played out right-hand side. O'Shea, halfway line, advances it forward. Put into the area. Keeper had to come out and nick that one. Why do I have a feeling that's a bot? Would have been more obvious if it was 6-7 rather than 1-5.
Yeah, I agree. Or if it was like 34, 25, 34 or something.
Matasiwa knocks it back. O'Shea collects it. Left-hand side, Keepray. He's stepping across the line as there's really now only 3 center backs. Keepray's gone back and Dave essentially moved himself all the way forward. Touch there by Watson. for Ipswich. For Ipswich. Moving it down left-hand side. Long ball searching forward. Agley, Hurst, can't get there. Push into the back, 20 yards out. Opportunity here. P&E, Clark. I missed the pass. No, 35 yards out. Going the wrong way. 2 minutes plus added time. Long ball, far corner, and an easy collect for Cornell. I don't know how many yellow cards you have and if you're worried about accumulation, but you could probably take your time getting this one out. But that was actually pretty quick.
Yeah, I can't believe he didn't dive on it and roll around like they do.
It was 14 seconds. They're going to suffer because of that election. You can't do that. Clark with it, 9 yards out, dancing through, scoop, far post, headed away. Five Small gets over there and saves it. Davis now with it. He's going to put it back into the mixer, up in the air. That one's headed straight up, still there. And P&E able to clear it. The fans starting to roar as Jevison goes and collects it. Loses the ball. Matasiwa dodges a tackle. Spinning, turning, curling. Clark goes and collects it. One minute plus added time. Johnson draws it back. O'Shea, center back, still just in an arc, 35 yards out, running towards the 18-yard box. Cross, far post, headed. No, missed it. So last to Clark. He dances, looking for options. 10.
No way.
It was a stupid tackle.
That's what I mean. I was like, no way. What are you doing, you idiot?
I don't know why he did that tackle. So penalty, Ipswich, right there. Dives in like that. You have to give that. I don't know what Valentin was doing. Like that's
the delay, though. He takes 4 steps before he falls.
Yeah, but so he didn't flop. He was trying to stay on his feet. Clark steps up to the spot. I mean, that was Valentin in a brain fart late in the game. 6 minutes of added time on this one. Walton stepping out. Chaplin joins us and says he's dying. Sorry, we get the feels. Gifted this one from Valentin after and let's be, I'd be a little bit nervous. It's a period for Ipswich taking it. Clark's. Ipswich has the pen, shooting on Walton. I'd tell you which stand it is, but I'm not familiar enough with the area.
He's making a meal out of this.
But there has been so much bad juju over Ipswich in this game and trying to find a goal that it's like this seems to be like the only way they can put in the back of the net, assuming that it goes in here, is steps forward, right foot, swings, scores. Ipswich goal. Clark delivers that one. Beats on the left-hand side, just off center and not able to get to it was Walton. And now there's 5 minutes left, and they're going to go and hunt for 3. Wow, there's a massive protest, a really, really loud protest. Everybody's around the official on this one. No VAR, and he's saying, no, continue.
Did he take too many steps? 1, 2, 3. What are they complaining about?
I don't know what they're saying. He did slip, so they're screaming 2 touch, but I don't think it was. I don't think there was 2 touches on that. No, there's nothing wrong with that one. They're arguing there was 2 touches because he slips, he loses his plant foot and carries through.
But his plant foot might have touched the ball, is what they're saying, right?
I didn't see that. I didn't. I'm.
Yeah, but if the plant foot did touch the ball, then it would be.
I'm with you. I'm with you. But
Yeah, well, it's been pretty obvious that Preston was cooked in the last 4 minutes. They were getting every lucky bounce, and they had nothing. So,
Chap, not the prettiest penalty take. I mean, as far as location and confidence, sure. And considering the fact that he lost his plant leg and was going to ground and still was able to follow through and deliver the ball into the back of the net, you take it. but not really. Style points don't matter in football. So add another minute, I would assume, 45 seconds to the 6 minutes of added time after the goal and the delay afterwards. And it's thumped down by Walton, and P&E looks to see if they can come back up with a counter punch. Cornell. Well, I said Walton. Why was I talking about Ipswich goalkeeper? I got confused on my stuff. Sorry, Cornell got beat. Walton just touched the ball there. My fault. Read the right form. Closer than I thought with the toe. That close up from behind, if you watch his plant foot, the toe, but I don't think it got to the ball.
I agree with you. I think that's what they were arguing, though.
Yeah. It was close, to be fair. And yeah, go and argue what you need to argue, right? Kipre with it. Catch with the center backs. No press from P&E. Like, I'm surprised 1-1. You're just going to sit back, and because Ipswich not really that excited moving forward as it gets an added touch, and then comes all the way back to Kipre. Akpom touched it, got it back. O'Shea now, and he's going to give it to Matasiwa. Cooler forward and back to Kipre. So slowly creeping forward. Akpom with it now. He beats his man down the left-hand side. Heavy touch. Well saved. That was Davis with the stab in there and saved it. And now Clark, 20 yards out, 18 yards out, looking for a cross. Dancing in front, gets it around small, into the box, swung, and that's just knocked out. Goal kick. Minute and a half. Oh, no, that's goal kick. The broadcaster said corner kick, and I went, no way.
Oh, wow. Laughing with a red card. That's good.
The Ipswich announcers thinking 2 or 3 minutes of added time beyond the 6 minutes. I thought that'd be a little excessive. I mean, yeah, there was a pen.
Well, they also argued up a storm. He might not be happy at Preston for that.
Yeah, could be. Headed on. Cornell pushed it forward. Battle through the air in the midfield for possession. Matasiwa comes and touches it and knocks it down, and it's Ipswich who gained possession. 40 seconds plus added time. Looking for Clark, pushing the back, and I think it rolled off of his back, didn't it? Interesting. I didn't think that came off of Davis. I thought that he touched it, but it rolled down the back of the P&E player there. But it's a P&E throw in, 20 seconds to the 96 mark, and then we're in the officials' hands. Kipre heads that throw in away. You're talking about P&E folding, Brendan, late. 5 subs for Ipswich Town, 1 for P&E. I think it's just depth. Yeah, John, it depends on whether you think Wrexham has a chance for automatics. If you want Wrexham to have a chance for automatics, you're looking for Middlesbrough, Coventry, and Ipswich Town to start losing. And not just drop 2 points, and this would have been better. The upside is P&E, if they would have got 3 points, would have been 1 point behind us and breathing down our neck. I said to Brendan, the reason why I'm okay with P&E taking the win here is because I don't think they've got the squad. Ipswich got a better squad, so I would have rather had Ipswich lose points, but it is what it is. While they're angling through, what I don't want Ipswich finding a goal here with a throw in from the 18 yards extended, and it's going to be Johnson. Ben Johnson, good old Canadian name that. Must be very fast. At least when he's juiced. Ipswich throw, and they're spry. Ipswich ran and got that ball from the side to get it in really quick, and they're back again. Kipre, not the most confident touch there, but Jevison can't really do anything with it. It's going to go all the way over to Clark on the left-hand side. 1.5 minutes has been played. Whistle should go at any second here, but they're going to give a chance. You can't call that. Clark wanted another penalty call, and the referee said no. He ran into opportunity to cross into the box. Right foot shot blocked. Scream for handball. Nothing there. That hit his back. He had his back turned in small. Clark's going to take it. That's a questionable handball. Man, there's so much happening to go right here, and the refs just put his whistle away. This is going to end up in a draw unless they can find it.
He's going to blow the whistle and run out of the place.
He's going to let it go back in again. Header wide open. Kipray with a wide open header, and he puts it right into the keeper. Ah, the fall. Kipray's had himself a tight game. You want to know why they've dropped 2 points? It's Kipray. Yeah, Clark ran out of space and didn't know what to do, so he just forces the contact and then looks for the call. The whistle's got to blow here, surely, no? 2.5 minutes passed. Long ball, he's open. Keeper, Jesus. Cornell waited on that one. Go out and get it. Sat there and waited, left it open. And Hurst couldn't get to it. And there's the whistle. It's a 1-1 draw. All things told, people actually wanted Ipswich to win. Maybe that was just Ipswich fans joining late because that doesn't make any sense from a Wrexham perspective. But as it sits, a draw, jump into the scoreboard on this one. A fascinating game. Referee decisions will be. And to be fair, there were missed calls both ways. Coventry losing puts them even with Middlesbrough, who was able to secure the win against Norwich City. That's the first time in a while that Norwich City hasn't scored. Hull City with the win. They jump and leapfrog over top of Ipswich Town. I still don't think Hull City has it. And we're waiting for Millwall to close, sitting 1-1. At home to Sheffield United, they'd have to be disappointed with that as the potential outcome. And that's who we've got next, yeah?
Millwall, yeah.
And so you look at the goal differential. We win, we move up a spot to 5th. That's simple as.
What are your feelings if you could win the Millwall? I'm saying league games, the Millwall league game and draw Ipswich, or win Ipswich, draw Millwall?
Beat Ipswich, draw Millwall. And I'm going on quality of team here. I'm looking at the run-in, and we saw Ipswich Town. And yeah, we can mock them for how many blown opportunities did they have. Like, I don't blame the referee for this one at all. I thought he actually had a fair solid game. I don't think that penalty at the end was one that he should have given. There may have been a handball in the box. Calling a 50-50, it was relatively close to the body. Was my first blush on it. And so I don't blame the official on it. And just bad luck. But Ipswich is a solid club. Millwall, and it's been a while since we've seen them, have been. I just don't think they've. I don't think they've got it, and I don't think Hull City's got it. I think we're a better club than those two. So I'd rather be holding Ipswich down, if that makes sense.
All right.
Jumping in.
Another Mad Al Discord that might be worth sharing. Give me a second here.
All right, do that. And I'm going to go and have a damn nap, because waking up at 3:30 is something I am not okay with. Damn you, EFL. Damn documentaries. Oh, yeah, everyone's going to have a rip at the ref. And I thought he did a good game. I thought he had a decent game, so it is what it is.
Yeah, there were several guys absent from playing today. Adam Armstrong from Southampton, Ipswich player, and Viner all sat today.
Who was the Ipswich player?
Sammy Smotis.
Oh, Smodich. Yeah. Don't want. Quality, capable, but he's 30.
And you don't want Armstrong at all.
A decent runner-up prize, but and I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to say no. Adam Armstrong, but 28 years of age. It
sounds like we got Minor, but I hope he proves me wrong. Doesn't move the needle.
None of those three. See, John really wants him. Yeah, he's quality. He was the straw that stirred the drink for Blackburn last season, right? Didn't really get off the ground running with Ipswich. Where's he going to fit in with us? I'm just curious if I go and have a look at his stats. And I'm gonna have to post this website on the Discord because it's got some amazing details. So let me just go to Ipswich Town, look to pull the stats, and it has where he's played, his foot, his contract position. It has all of the stuff. That's why this is probably going to be my source going forward. So he's going to slide into the midfield. See, and this isn't a defensive midfielder, and because you're not going to be wasting him to be where Viner is. This is, you're not happy with Rathbone, O'Brien,
it's O'Brien you're not happy with. That's probably what that is, right?
And so all his numbers this season at 30 years of age, not as impressive as O'Brien with ball possession. His passing, his key passes per 90, his passes to the penalty area per 90, his through passes per 90 are all below 50, the median percentage wise, the percentage median. His defensive capacity, I mean, he's not expected to win aerials and that sort of stuff, so it's fine. But he's, other than being above average in loose ball duels, he hasn't done it. He does add more pop up front, and that's what LOB doesn't have. But is Dobson the option that we're sliding him in for, WNG? If you're going to use Smodich properly, you're doing it where it's Broadhead, it's Windass, it's Rathbone, it's those are the players that he's replacing. And I'm not saying he's not better than I think he is better than some of them. But he's 30 and he's got a purpose for 4 months. I just see him being easily improved upon down the road. So why? Get us a younger, better player. Will I take it? Sure. Will I cheer for him? Yes. But I'm not going to celebrate a Sammy Smulders signing. Good player, past his prime, fading, and didn't perform in Ipswich. There has to be a reason for that as well. So what are you buying? If the price is right, go for it. But that's where I'm at. Anyways, women's match tomorrow, 9:10 Pacific, 12:10 on the East Coast, and so a 5:10 p.m. Is this the last or the second last? Second last. No, this is the last match of the first half of the league.
Yep.
And so still an important one to win. The top four has been decided, the bottom four has been decided, but still an important one because all the points matter and you can't lose touch with Cardiff City. So join Deandra and Brendan for that one. We will be back next weekend, Millwall at home, as the February of home games will continue before they start to hit the road in March and April, and we wind this sucker down. If you've been here with throughout, thanks. If you've joined us late, nice having you. And for those Ipswich fans, we'll get to know each other very well. Hope to see you here checking in over the next 3 weeks as we'll be getting to know Ipswich really well. A good day. Wrexham, 3 points, climbing closer to solidifying things, climbing closer to potentially getting the first step, I guess, would be solidifying a home playoff second leg, and then maybe a chance at Wembley and maybe a chance beyond. Much love, much happiness. Enjoy everything. Brendan, thanks as always. Have a good one.